Hi, I'm Mike Crab.
And I'm Laurie Schultz. Welcome to the show.
We'll have some caffeinated conversation.
And maybe some special guests along the way.
Who knows where the conversation will go? You're out for coffee with Mike and Laurie. Hello, everyone, and welcome out for another episode of What?
Welcome out for another episode.
Yeah, welcome out. Laurie, take it. Go. After you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Out for Coffee.
With Mike and Laurie.
With Mike and Laurie.
Rob.
We're going to switch roles for a while.
As he disappears on camera, he's like, not me.
Rob's like, I'm out. You want to talk about out? I'm out.
You're on your own.
Mike and I have been having a disagreement about our opening line.
Yes.
Welcome out. We're not out. We're in.
We've got some collaborating. We got some production work to do here. I just know I am so grateful that I have you here to correct me all the time.
Michael, it's what I do. And it's what makes me so damned adorable.
It's true.
It's one of the things that you just couldn't live without.
We could try, but I would rather not.
That's my philosophy too.
There you go.
Why, if you don't have to?
Why? Yeah.
Just listen to me the first time. You know how much time we'd all save if everybody out there could just keep in the front of your mind that I'm probably right.
Probably. Underline
right.
Probably.
I'm right.
Not necessarily, but likely. I'm also told crabs are often not wrong either. So you and my dad can have it out about that one.
Because crabs are delicious.
Oh, tasty.
Mm.
Oh, I guess so.
You know what? I have not had good crab legs in a long time.
No,
it's been a while.
Have you, where do you go for a good crab leg?
I don't know.
Typically Red Monster?
No, they're so hard to get into.
I saw a video just the other day of a guy with a giant crab leg.
Yeah.
And he showed the proper way to crack it. And it just slid right out. It was like perfection.
I need help in that area.
Well, there's a good thing that YouTube is out there because you can literally find almost any answer to anything.
Yeah, but YouTube. I need some crab legs to practice on, and they're expensive.
They are.
Them ain't free.
No.
But I saw on TikTok, there was this woman eating like all this seafood. There's no words ever in her TikToks. It's just her.
It's just her with a giant mound of food, and she just eats it.
You've seen her?
There's all sorts of them. This is a thing.
Okay, this is a woman who only eats seafood. And she had a crab leg that was probably like the length of a femur, like an adult male femur. And this thing had to be, thick, like, I don't know, not as thick as a banana, but we're getting pretty close to that.
A multiple bite piece of crab meat.
It was massive. And she's dunking it in a big thing of butter. And then she just takes a bite of this crab meat. And I'm like, I am so envious of her.
So what you're saying,
chef, whoever's doing this for her.
So what you're saying is if you just get your microphone, a camera, and a giant thing of crab meat, that eventually it's going to pay for itself.
Hopefully. You'd all sit there and watch me just eating seafood.
Oh, no, I can't.
What is it? The idea of me eating, or is it? It's
the idea of anyone eating
just sitting there
on camera, like those ASMR videos where they're like, "Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show," and they like really talk.
Oh yeah, and you hear their spit in their mouths,
and people eat. Yes, and people use ASMR as like they'll eat potato chips one at a time, and it's like,
we talked about. I have that misophonia thing.
Okay.
People eating, I can't hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Let alone
punch you in the face if you're sitting there.
Oh, it's like you're in their mouth.
You're getting to hear it from the inside.
So if that's something you want to do to make money, I'm sure there's an audience for it out there somewhere.
I'm sure.
Every show has an audience somewhere.
I'm still thinking about taking pictures of my baby feet and selling them to people who like looking at feet. I don't know.
You do have baby feet.
I know. They look like little baby feet. Attached to like these little tree trunks.
You got cankles too? I got the crab cankle.
Oh yeah. No, I unfortunately inherited my father's body. He's not using it currently, so I'll take it. But no, if you were to look at pictures,
Yeah.
We have the same type of frame. Like my legs are solid.
You got a sturdy leg.
I have never had, that little line in the back of your ankles, that little like your Achilles.
Yeah.
I had that not even as a kid.
Oh.
I had that definition in my ankle. It's just been like my foot is like a brick attached to a tree trunk. That's all it is. And then I have these little tiny I'm going to post a picture of my feet.
Okay.
I have these little tiny toes. They're so small. They're just little. I have like a regular size big toe, and then all the other toes are just the same size, and they're just like four little toes in a row. They're because some people have a toe, like a middle toe, that's bigger than their big toe.
Yeah, mine is.
And how dare you call that your big toe if this one's bigger?
But it's bigger because it's wider.
Okay.
Are we talking feet? My next toe next to my big one is as long as my pinky. It's very long.
Those aren't feet. Those are fingers.
You can climb tree like you can believe. Running up trees.
Swooping over the lake, grabbing his fish out.
Yeah, that's me.
And I've got these itty bitty little tiny things. I think we each need to post a picture of our feet for people to figure out which one's weirder. Because it's like we've got two extremes here.
And we do one in the other. Yeah. All right.
You know what's really funny about that, though? If I could just keep going with the foot thing for just a second. One time, maybe about 5 years ago, at the market, the Saturday morning market, back when you could, sit in and drink coffee. Right. This is what I used to do. I'd go on Saturday mornings at like 7:30 in the morning and stay till like 11 and just drink coffee, and people would come and sit with me, much like I do at local cafes. Right. I just show up and then people come and sit with me, then they go, and more people come and then they go. So our friend Sloan and I were sitting there just talking about whatever. And she mentioned, I was summertime, right? So I had my flip-flops on. Right. She's like, look at your little tiny feet. They're like baby feet. So she took a picture of my feet. Okay. I found a picture online of baby feet. Yeah. And we posed my feet in the same way that this baby foot picture was posed. And you couldn't tell them apart. And we're at the market taking these pictures. So people are like, what are they doing? People watching. There's the site. So I will post the split screen of the baby feet and my feet. Okay. I have tiny little feet. I'm dying to see your baby feet. Yeah. They're not nearly as puffy though as they were because I'm on that water pill. And you've been losing some weight, eh? Yes. Good for you. You've been working hard. Well, I've stopped eating the carbs and the sugar for the most part. I will have occasionally. This is how it's working for me now, because when you completely cut it out, you go a little crazy, and you're like, well, I got to eat that, and then you eat it because you haven't eaten it, and then you really eat it. Yeah. So now I just try to stay lower carb. Okay. Not no carb, just lower carb. And very, very minimal sugar. Okay. And the sugar is where I struggle. Yeah. Well, it used to be where I struggled too, but once it's out of your system, it's not too bad. Right. And you find alternatives. But the big thing is I'm on a water pill now. Okay. Now, what does a water pill do? Because it sounds makes you pee like crazy. Yeah. So yeah. Well, I went to the doctor. I think I talked about this on our live episode, but yes, maybe you didn't. Maybe you weren't listening. Let's do a quick recap. I went to the doctor and she's like, you're holding a lot of fluid. I'm like, am I? What can we do about this? It's like, because my feet were so puffy. Right. Your nails and your tiny little toes are about to pop up. And my feet were like, uh-oh. Like a balloon animal feet. That's right. This little piggy went to market. Speaking of that, I always thought that meant that the pig was going to market, like going to the Saturday morning market to get his little You just stuff. Made me realize this little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. Well, that little piggy's like, that little pig went to market to be slaughtered. You're not wrong. I never told you I was right. That. You're always right. I'm not wrong. That little piggy went to market. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. Wait. Yeah, well, maybe. Like
How does that work?
He cooked them, I don't know, crock pot, put a roast beef in there. The other little piggy had none. Maybe he's a vegetarian. Maybe he's a vegan.
Wait, so these ones are eating the other... None of this makes
animals.
Sense. None
and
of
that other little piggy went wee, 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 wee all the way home. Okay. Well, where was he? If he was going wee, wee, wee all the way home, where did he start from?
Oh, that is a good question.
Was he locked in someone's trunk?
Oh, I think we have a murder mystery ahead of us. Let's write a script of they're not the three little pigs. What are they? They're just, what do you call this little nursery rhyme?
This little piggy? I don't know. Does it have a name?
I really don't know.
I'm freaking out.
I don't think it has a name.
How do we get here?
Piggies. It's just little piggies.
Piggy yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Did you ever see? There was a picture, was it a Looney Tunes? It was like the three little pigs and the wolf was at the door. It was like an old cartoon.
Right.
And on the wall, like they're all sitting around the piano, and on the wall there's a picture of sausage and it's labeled father.
I have seen that.
All the things, the subtle things from cartoons from when I was a kid, they don't do anymore.
They don't do it. The sausage links, a father. Yes.
Classic.
That's pretty wise.
How did we get here?
Oh, I don't know. We never know.
No. Yeah, baby feet. There we go. Not to be confused with happy feet. I don't have those.
No. I feel like you would have upset feet.
I do. They were, yeah. They're
fairly frustrated feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Can't stand for it.
I can't. Gotta sit down, need some Epsom salts.
Oh, give them a nice soak.
Lady. Oh my God, I'm an old lady. I need a foot soak. For God's sake, you're Mike. All right, I don't know.
That's good.
Maybe I need some sugar.
What do you do as a pastime, Laurie, aside from soaking your feet? What fills your time?
I replace computers from getting them soaking wet. I just about spit my stuff all over the yeah. What do I do to fill my time? Well, lately I do a lot of sitting in coffee shops. And
you're there almost every single day, aren't you?
Yeah.
And every single Friday, Saturday night.
Oh yeah. No, that's neighborhood watch, man.
Yeah, you gotta schedule.
I am an avid people watcher.
Yeah.
I love watching people.
Just can't get enough. What's up, Rob? How you doing?
Oh no, I just thought I'd jump in here because I thought neighborhood watch was when you watch over your neighborhood.
Yeah. I was watching the neighborhood. I sit on the patio.
No, but you're at Early Bird Coffee.
On the patio watching the neighborhood.
Your neighborhood is on the other side of the city.
This whole place is my neighborhood.
Oh,
Woodstock is the neighborhood.
He doesn't agree. You're stretching it just a little bit there, Laurie.
Well, listen, you can't knock until you try it.
I can be part of any neighborhood's watch.
No, as a matter of fact, when you are not from that neighborhood, you are the person that neighborhood watch is watching for. I'm sorry, but you are the subject of that local neighborhood's watching for.
She's back, guys. She's back.
That's right.
It's like clockwork. She's back.
Hey, at least you know where I am.
Intruder at 3 o'clock.
Hey, I think we should join Laurie and just see what this is all about, because she's found her place with this neighborhood watch.
I love it. I just love watching people and watching what happens in the nightlife. I do have
to admit, I enjoy watching people myself.
Come and join me.
My wife and I just spent a few days at Niagara Falls.
Right.
And when we get the opportunity, we always like to go to the Marriott, which is faces the falls. So when you get a room, like we get a room on the 20th floor or whatever, and you get this big, huge picture window, and we get hours of entertainment out of just watching people. Yes. Of course, it's like ants down below, but that crazy drivers and people making a U-turn right in front of the cop, and then he lights it up and pulls them over.
It's the best.
Yeah. So
It's
yeah,
the best.
I have to admit, I enjoy people watching too.
The three of us need to sit down at my neighborhood watch spot and just spend an hour or so having a beverage and just watching the neighborhood.
I'd
You'll
be
love
down.
it.
Do you ever make backstories for people?
Of course.
Give them names?
Oh,
Duh.
yeah.
Nicknames. Yeah. I mean, it's nothing cruel or anything. It's just interesting
Right.
to be. I do this in malls.
Yeah, malls are the best place, I think.
Totally. Like if I go shopping with somebody and they're more into shopping than I am, and I'm like, look, I'll go sit on the bench and rest ride. I'll go sit there for a little bit. I'll hold your bags. I'll hold the purse. I'll do all that same thing at like Canada's Wonderland or whatever.
Right.
I'm happy to go, just as long as you're okay with the fact that I'm gonna cut out for a little while and I'm just gonna go sit. And I was shopping not too long ago, and a friend was like, "Are you sure you're okay? Like I'll be real quick." I'm like, "Take your time.
Yeah.
I'm good."
The sooner you're done, the sooner I have to walk more.
Not just that. I want to see what's going on in the mall.
Take it all in. The food court's the best.
The food court is great. I love it. I need some help. I need a life. Yeah. No, that's the biggest thing that I like to do these days is just sit and see what happens.
I think in living in such a busy world anymore, we need to appreciate sitting back and watching the world go by a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure you and I, Mike, that we have the time to just sort of sit and watch the world go by.
We're pretty busy.
I think you and I are a little busier.
You do realize I work there, right? Like I do work while I'm there.
Do you?
Do you?
Yeah.
Having your laptop and working are two different things.
Yeah, just to say, you are an official coffee tester, or is that what you're doing? Is that your job?
All right, this is over.
I'm the sample taste tester.
I have done that job there.
Yep. Yes, and we'll have another biscotti over here, please. No, I just want to check that new batch.
Carbs and sugar. You know how hard it is for me to sit in there?
Carbs and sugar. Wow.
Yeah.
Carbs and
actually,
sugar.
there's a lot of delicious baking in there, but
nothing tests your resolve more than sitting there watching that glass case full of stuff.
I don't understand how you have a laptop and can work in a coffee shop, because I feel like I would be way too distracted by every single person coming in. Whether I know them or not, I feel like I would just be looking up every 3 seconds.
Well, yeah, that's why something that takes about 20 minutes is usually about a 3-hour job.
Right.
But as of right now, I've got the time.
The coffee shops are banking on people coming in just to keep you there longer.
I can just imagine that's written on your annual performance review somewhere. The 20-minute job, it takes 3 hours to...
All right, that's fine.
That's a great job, Laurie, I must say.
What was it that John Candy said in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? That's fine. You want to hurt me? That's fine. Go ahead. I'm an easy target. But you know that speech, right?
Ish. I've seen the movie for sure, but it's not ringing any major bells.
That's where he's like, well, I like me. My customers like me because I'm the real article.
Oh, yeah. With his shower curtain rings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those aren't pillows.
That's what I was thinking. That was what he said. That line was, "Those aren't pillows."
Those aren't pillows.
But actually, no, that wasn't to John Candy. That was
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. That was his line. That's right.
Yes.
Those aren't pillows.
Hey, anyway, Rob. Yeah, do you have any hobbies that you like to do that we're not aware of? Yeah. Or pastimes
that you're not aware of. Well, I think most people are probably already aware. My sort of primary hobby is music, and so I'm always involved. Actually, just last night, well, as we're recording this, of course, it's last night. We finally had our first rehearsal for the oldies band.
Oh, the Rydells.
Yes, the first time in probably 2.5 years. I think we were coming up last night to figure out when was the last time we were all together, and so that was a lot of fun.
That's exciting.
Put together and sort of knock a bit of the dust off of memory. And
was it a bumpy start, or did you fall right back in?
No, we kind of fall right back in. But we've been doing it long enough now. But but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to get everybody together. And I got a couple of other band projects that I'm working on. And
do you ever,
so that keeps me pretty busy.
Do you ever just play your instruments at home by yourself? Do you just ever like have a little solo jam session?
All the time. I've been playing the piano since I was I don't know, probably 8 or 9. Right. And I try to make a point to play every single day.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Sometimes it's there are days I miss, but sometimes it's 5 or 10 minutes. I'm on my way past. I got a couple minutes to sit down at the piano, but I do try to play every day.
Is there
it's the only way, because I've been playing now for years, and
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. but you learn something new all the time, right. If you don't learn something new, then it kind of gets stagnant, I think. I love sitting down and finding YouTube videos are great. This is the greatest thing they ever came up with. But YouTube videos, there's all kinds of piano players all over the world that are amazing piano players, and they're on YouTube, and many of them are actually doing tutorial videos. This is in different styles, and that's another thing about music is there's so many different styles of music, and whatever your particular passion or whatever you like, you can find somebody online who'll teach you how to do that, whether you're a guitar player or a piano player or whatever. And so I love every once in a while to just take my iPad over to the piano and sort of go through YouTube videos. My buddy and I, he's actually the bass player in the band. We call it the black hole of YouTube.
Yeah.
Because you sit down and you start going from one to the next, and one player will do something a particular way, and take a couple of minutes to stop and rewind and play that over and over again. And so there's always something to be learned, but you never exhaust it. As I said, I've been doing a lot of years, and I'll never ever. I won't even come close to some of the guys on YouTube that, it's one of those things. It's endless.
Is there an instrument that you've never had the opportunity to learn that you would actually really love, or at least wish that you could play?
Well, yeah, to be honest with you, when I was a kid, I played the bagpipes.
Nice.
Yeah. That's
a challenge, isn't it?
It is. Yes, it's an interesting instrument. I was born. Some people, I guess, who are watching or listening don't know this, but I was born in Glasgow, Scotland. Right. And as a young kid, we used to travel around on weekends. My dad was the drummer in a pipe band. Okay. So we have all seen the pipe band that comes to the parade, and plays at the parade. My dad was one of those drummers in the pipe band. And so as a kid, we would it was normal for us as kids to end up, almost every Saturday we'd pile in the car and drive to some town where my dad would be playing, his pipe band would be playing in a parade for some city or town or event or whatever. And so as kids, we got the chance to play bagpipes. That was part of growing up.
That sounds like some nice memories there.
Yeah.
We parades and stuff.
So yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It was, as kids going to parades, we thought that was just wonderful.
Yeah.
But so we, in my family, we all kind of gravitated towards our own instrument. For me, ultimately, it was the piano.
Right.
But I've tried my hand at most instruments. I can play a little bit of guitar and a little bit of bass, and I can keep decent time on a drum kit and all those kind of things. But I never really landed on any one of them like I finally did with the piano.
Right. But, is there any instrument that you're like, I just have zero interest in ever wanting to pick that up?
I don't think so. I would try. I even played banjo for a while.
Oh, wow.
I love that.
Yeah.
You can't have a sad banjo song.
No, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's all.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
That's the last song you want to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike gets that reference.
Is that Deliverance?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I know that.
Feel like a piggy.
Deliverance.
Very cool.
But that song actually is called Dueling Banjos.
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's the name of that tune. Anyway, I mean, I would be happy. I can't think of an instrument I would not want to at least try. Yeah.
Can you play the harmonica?
Harmonica, yes, I did the harmonica for a little while. Again, I tried it for a little bit, but it never really stuck.
That is the international instrument of the hobo.
Yes.
What's the thing that you put in your mouth and you go wow wow wow?
Yeah,
and it's got the little.
That's what they call a Jew's harp.
Yes, my dad had one of those when I was a kid, and I remember going, and it like clicked off my teeth. Oh, so bad.
That's what you get.
Yeah,
for screwing around with your dad's instruments.
Be all covered in spit too.
Leave things alone.
My dad had a guitar. My dad played the guitar, but he never ever trimmed his strings.
Oh, so it's like
right.
He had wires hanging over everything, and we were kids, and we used to get in trouble if we got too close to the guitar while Dad was playing. You're gonna lose an eye. It's true though; those strings, and they're not soft; those are wires.
Oh yes,
those things are all over the place. It was
that was a thing. It was sort of a post. Folk music kind of thing where leaving the tail of your strings on your guitar was a thing. It was kind of then you were cool.
Like when you would roller skate without doing your skates up, that was the cool thing to do.
Was that?
Yeah, there you are.
I hear.
Yeah, I bought roller skates a few years ago. Talk about things for pastimes.
Yeah,
I thought I used to roller skate all the time when I was a kid. This won't be a problem at all. So I bought these beautiful, they were a black suede type roller skate with purple laces in them. And they were A-okay.
Yeah.
And I put them on, laced them up, and could not get up.
Oh no.
I stood up and I was like, whoop. I'm like, no, hold on. And I tried to get off the couch. I'm like, whoop, right back down again. And I thought, I live alone. So if I fall and crack my skull and end up dead, much like my fear of falling down the stairs.
In roller skates now.
With 3 days from now, somebody find a half-eaten carcass because my cats hadn't been fed. I don't know.
You need a life alert for your roller skates.
Right. I am an old lady. So I sold the skates.
Oh, okay.
The only time they were ever worn. No, I put them on like Marketplace.
Right.
And somebody came from, I don't know, Cambridge or something to pick them up.
Right.
Yeah. And she loved them. I got $200 for them.
Nice. Because I too had so there was a roller skating that I got to think back to the first time I roller skated. I think what happened was I think it's called Scooters in Mississauga, and we had taken my parents. Kevin and I took my parents to go roller skating there because they grew up roller skating. That's how they met as young people. Was at roller skating. So we thought, oh, well, that might be fun to take my parents there, and so I rented some roller skates, and very much different than inline skating, which is like roller blades, which is what I grew up with. And I had a great time. I really liked it. And then they started doing it in Woodstock once in a while, like once a summer they would do a thing. And then it was like every weekend in London. And so I ended up buying a pair. So I too have a pair of roller skates, and I like really use them a decent amount for the first season that I had them. And then the only other use they've ever been was I needed them when I was producing a show. We needed a pair of roller skates. So they got those ones for the show. So that's their life story right there.
Do you remember Wheels? Were you too young for Wheels? Rob, you remember Wheels in London?
Wheels, sure, Wheels.
Yeah. I loved going to Wheels. Lots of birthday parties at Wheels.
Yeah.
I said, I could skate. I used to skate all the time.
Right.
And everybody in like the circle. I don't know if anybody's caught up with Stranger Things yet.
No, not even close.
Okay. All right. Well, there's some roller skating happening in the new season of Stranger Things. And it took me right back to when I was a kid.
All the
having
nostalgia.
Birthday parties at Wheels.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, what have you replaced in your life now that you don't have roller skating? What is your new hobby that is the equivalent of roller skating? Do you have anything?
What's the equivalent of roller skating?
Like go out and have a laugh and you got nothing, eh?
Well, I mean, that I'm in my own little musical group.
Yeah.
Although we don't do that nearly as much as I would like to. I'm trying to get people's schedules. Yeah. I don't know. I just like to go out and be in public.
Right.
Just be
you just like to be out there. Speaking of which, Rob, in our last live episode, we had talked about setting up a little time for maybe the three of us to go downtown Woodstock and do some busking.
Oh, really?
And
busking?
Have a laugh. Yeah. That's what we call it. That's what we call it, right?
Okay. Right. Hey.
Hopefully people will throw their quarters at us. We'll see. But
it'll be fun.
That would be you with your pastime, Laurie, of getting out there and having an audience, and you, Rob, being out there playing your instruments and me tagging along.
How about you, Mikey? What's your pastime?
I really enjoy trail walking. We have a lot of really nice trails in Woodstock. Short trails, long trails. We got a bit of everything. I really like to spend my time doing those things. I also play video games, which I know we've kind of dabbled in a conversation in the past. I don't know why I feel like such a child when I play video games, but there's something very satisfying with completing objectives. It feels like I actually had a productive day.
I've got lots of tasks around my house for you to do if you want to complete some objectives.
I bet you do.
I sure do.
Anyways, I'll see you guys later. So.
Yeah. Where he goes. I got a honey-do list on the fridge too. If you're looking for something to do,
you're retired and you're not working right now, so you guys figure it out.
Say, listen, when you talk about going downtown, here's a little thing. The BIA here in town is doing I think it's every other week. They're doing a market, a vendor's market.
On Thursdays, right?
Yeah, in Museum Square. Yeah. And I've actually been down there to play for them a couple of times last year when they did it. And I'm apparently on the roster for this year. I'm supposed to call in and find out what dates that is. But we should make a point. If I'm going to be there anyway, and with the keyboard and whatnot, I will recruit the two of you. How's that? We'll come and do a couple songs. How's that?
That sounds like it could be a lot of fun.
Could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd be down. Sure. I need a rehearsal first, though. I don't know what I'm doing. You guys are so suave.
Out for karaoke with Mike and Laurie.
Hey, here we go. As long as not out for heckling. Oh no,
that's a risk you always run. It's a risk you take when you sign up for a public performance.
It's worth the risk, I guess. We'll get Laurie her megaphone ready for it. Yeah. She can tell all the hecklers to pipe down.
But would I?
No, you'd soak it all up.
That's right. I would soak it all up. This is something else I like to do every once in a while.
What's that?
Is I like to take pictures.
Okay.
You've seen my phone.
Oh my God.
With my 48,000.
Literally.
Yeah.
At least.
I got a notification that my iCloud is full.
And you pay for that, don't you?
Yeah, I already paid the $5.99 a month or whatever. And now they're saying, now you need, is there a T?
Like a terabyte?
Yeah. Now they're saying I need $12.99 a month for a terabyte.
Laurie, just purge your phone. Just purge it.
No, I can't.
Ooh.
Now nothing's being sent to the cloud.
How often? Next time I'm with you, I'm getting you to open your phone and I'm going to find a photo. I'm going to do a random swipe and click it and ask you either, what is that photo from? Or how often do you look for this photo? And if you can't answer me immediately, we're purging your phone.
Are we?
Yes. It'll take all weekend.
It would. I couldn't even scroll through 48,000 photographs in a weekend.
Then why do you need them?
Because they're part of me.
It's digital clutter. You have digital clutter.
I am a photograph hoarder.
I bet there's some good things in there, though.
There are. Sometimes I'll pick a year. It goes right back. It says year, month, and I'll just, there it is. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that was so much fun. See, right. I used to collect photo albums, right? I don't have albums anymore. This is my album.
There you are.
I need a little map.
Much easier to manage too, right?
Right. And I've got it with me all the time.
And all those great big photo album books.
And if I can remember, okay, this happened in 2017 in March. I go 2017 March, and there it is.
So how many photos do you think you have on your phone?
48,900.
Okay. And you got this phone in probably at the earliest 2008?
This phone? Or like an iPhone?
An iPhone, because you probably transfer from phone to phone. Your photos probably come along with you, right? You don't have $48,000 from the single phone.
No.
Okay.
It's gone from years, like since I've had the iCloud
attached
to my iAccount.
Is this a decade?
No. 2016, maybe.
Okay, so we're talking like 8 years. So you take 6,000 photos a year.
Easily.
That's 16 photos a day.
Probably.
What the hell are you doing that you need to take a photo of every waking hour of an entire year? Save yourself.
Selfies.
She just took 7 right there. Like.
Every one of them a gem.
And I have 2 cats and a dog.
Oh, everyone to keep her too. That's right.
I take so many pictures of my pets. I even have taken pictures of my fish, Heartburn.
Yes, Heartburn. I forgot about Heartburn.
Heartburn. Who lives up in the upstairs bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
Not in the tub or the toilet. No, he's got his own bowl.
Right there in the bathroom.
Well, yeah, it's in the cupboard next to where the Tums are. That's why his name is Heartburn.
No.
Yeah.
No. Brother. That's bananas.
That's something else I do is collect pets.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, no. One dog. You have one dog and one cat, or do you have more?
One dog, 2 cats, and a fish.
2 cats. 2 cats and a fish. No.
How many pictures of a fish could you take, though?
That sounds like a challenge. You want to find out how many pictures of a fish I can take?
Rob, keep going.
I was just going to say, there's folks out there with a whole lot more than 1 dog and 2 cats.
That also sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, well, go right ahead, but
no.
But some
it's going to cost
people
you.
Are just like,
yes, them ain't free, They may be free on the Kijiji.
Some people take in cats by the dozen.
Yeah.
Or by the litter,
Listen, if I had a huge farm property or like a huge,
oh, sure,
I would have every animal I could.
Yeah.
But I don't have that.
No.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to scoop 2 litter boxes.
I know our time's getting away from this. Here's a really odd thing. It's just totally out of left field.
Okay.
Talk about having property and animals.
Yes.
The band, the other band that I play for, I play for a Bob Seger tribute band.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of fun. But just last weekend, we played at a concert in Midland, and we had to drive up to Collingwood and then across to Midland. And about halfway up that trip, which it's been many, many years since I've been up that direction. But about halfway along there, my wife all of a sudden says, "I think I just saw a camel." I said, "Come on. You didn't see a camel. It must have been a camel. I said, "You gotta be kidding me."
A deer?
No, yeah, it must have been.
I've seen a ton of camel toe, but never a camel.
A horse. It's whatever. So on the way back, we're coming. We basically came the other route, but we get ourselves on that same road, and my wife says, "Oh, let's see if we can see the camel again." I said, "There's no chance. You're crazy." But my wife has this amazing memory and sense of, we're coming up to it, sort of thing as we're going down the road. And sure enough, we drive past this farm, and there's got to be, I would say, 8 camels in a field next to a field with horses and a couple of donkeys and some goats. But the's got to be 6 or 8 camels.
Where does one get
and I had
a camel?
I had to slow down and take a double check. So I thought, yeah, Laurie, you're right. If you had the space, if you had the room, you could basically have whatever you wanted.
You're not kidding. You're not kidding.
Apparently.
Goals.
You made it when you got camels in your backyard.
What does one do in life to acquire not one, but what did you say? 8 camels?
We were pretty sure we counted 8 in this field. And Yeah, that was my thought too. How in the world do you ship them in? Obviously you do, because they don't grow around here.
Maybe.
What do you think the rest of their life is like?
Yeah, that's just really weird.
What would you ship in, Mike, if you could?
I don't know. I don't like camels. They spit too much. Anything that spits, like a llama and stuff, I'm not up for. What would I ship in? I really love otters. I know you don't have to ship them in far, but otters are so cute. Are they mean? Cute. Would they bite you?
Probably.
Probably.
I want to think they wouldn't.
I don't know.
But I like otters.
I'd like a chimp.
Would you?
Yeah, as long as he didn't rip my face off or anything. Remember that chimp who ripped that lady's face off?
Monkeys are scary. Off? They're scary when they go full primal mode.
When they go apeshit.
When they go apeshit, they take things with them, whether they're attached to you or not. They're going with them. Oh,
yeah, I remember when that happened. That was crazy.
It's not good.
I think that chimp's name was Travis.
I think you're right. Travis the chimp.
Which is not funny.
It's not funny.
But Travis, it's kind of a funny name. Get together. What are you doing?
You made Rob choke.
Oh man.
Well, we're gonna go Google a bit about Travis.
Travis.
I'm gonna go find out where you buy a camel. Oh, I know. Yeah. Amazon.
Amazon will have it.
Yeah, of course. You can buy
in the Amazon. Oh, I caught up. That's a good dad joke.
Yeah, that's right. And free shipping.
There's no camels in the Amazon.
I don't know. I was picturing a desert. It worked for me.
Oh my gosh.
It worked.
What has happened?
We better pull a plug while we're...
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming out and joining us this evening. We want to know what your shipping in animal would be from the Amazon. I don't know.
And what would you name a chimp?
What would be your chimp name?
Obviously. It's like...
So stupid.
No, who are we anyway?
All right.
How dare we?
I want to thank everyone for joining us on Out for Coffee
with Mike and Laurie and Rob.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
And Travis.
Oh, brother.
Do you have questions, comments, or ideas for a future show? Reach out to Mike and Laurie on their social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or email us at mikeandlauriesocials@gmail.com.